with cases rising all over the country, movie release dates are shuffling. Ladies, gentlemen, and smizmars, this is Film Stuffs. A lot of stuff has been happening in the last 24 hours, so I figured it's time to make a new video, kind of a follow-up. I came on really strong yesterday. I'm pretty passionate. I've worked in this job for 6 years, even longer if you count other little theaters I've worked at. Yes, the experience of going to the movies is first and foremost when it comes to the customer. We want everyone to have a great time. We want the business to do well. We want people to see the movies that they want to see. We want the enjoyment of it all. I didn't really get the enjoyment of it all across very well yesterday because I'm concerned. But when I work at a movie theater, that is important, but still comes second to the safety of those customers and the safety of my staff. And anyone who's worked with me, there's been a couple, knows that I can get very protective of my staff. And I get very protective. Once people walk in through those doors and they sit down, they're my responsibility. If there's a chance that anyone can get sick and that gets traced back to me, just on a fundamental level, I can't really handle that. So that's why I came on strong. That's why I feel so strongly about it. And apparently, in the last 24 hours, there's been a lot of business happening. I found out that theaters, I haven't really been paying attention because I'm not going to open my theater. If my theater opens, I can't work there. I can't. It's not safe for me. It's not safe for folks. It's not safe for the people that work there. It's not safe for the people that are trying to enjoy themselves there. There are theaters in Chicago that are opening right now. They were opening under the assumption that they were going to have some new content to show. All that content yesterday just got shuffled around, and I figured I would sit here and stare at this camera in a light, fun, fashionable way, and kind of point at the release dates that we have up and coming, and I'll just keep everybody updated because this stuff keeps shuffling, which is that leads me to believe that nobody knows what the hell is going on. And that any kind of plans that any kind of plans that these movie theaters have are it's just as day by day. It's just as safe to keep it shut down. So that explains my passionate talk. I don't mean to curse at you. I don't want to curse. And I'm not cursing at you. I just want to hear you say. So what's fun about all of these reshufflings of show dates is seeing no one wants to be first. And it's really, really funny to me because Disney was going to be first with this Mulan business, and then it seemed to be Tenet that was just holding the line for months. I was saying, we're playing chicken with Tenet. We're playing chicken with Tenet. And guess what? Tenet lost. By the time I had produced the last video, as you saw, Tenet had already switched the date, and I said, I don't think Mulan's gonna stay. Well, Mulan didn't stay, and in fact, Mulan is going a week after Tenet. So they're letting Tenet be the big first tentpole of the year, and I have a notebook. I'm a notebook guy. I do write things in my phone. I wrote down the release dates for the rest of the year of the big tentpoles. And just looking at the titles, I gotta tell you, who wants to risk anything for these titles, first of all? I'm sorry. It's a lot of money, like I said, and I'm sure they're really, really good. But these were the movies that I was counting on 2020 to make the money, to bring the people in. So you gotta keep that in context, because the whole point of the content, yes, experience, we wanna make everybody happy, but if the movies are good, people will come. We say that all the time. It's very, very, very simple. If the movies are good, people will come. If people come, we can stay in business. As of June 27th, 2020, Tenet, release date, August 12th. So they basically gave everybody got a 1-month extension. don't worry about it. No one's getting paid. We can't really open. The theaters that have decided to open now have to figure out a month's worth of content, which Inception's already has been on Netflix this entire time. Jurassic Park is doing well. How many times are you going to release Jurassic Park? It's a great movie. I know. Listen, I'll sit here for 4 hours and talk about how great Jurassic Park is. I believe you me. You gotta talk to me about Jurassic Park. Little Women, doing well overseas. They're wringing the sponge for, get the money that you can, but these movies are pretty much done here, and why are you paying $14? Let me address this. Movies cost $14 in big cities. I don't know how much it costs. I don't go to the movies. My movie theater is $8.50 at night. We have $6 matinees, $5 Tuesdays. So that's my... But I also know that we are one of the least expensive movie theaters that show first-run shows in Chicago. So that's my experience when I go to a Cinemark. It's kind of like going on a field trip. But I spend a lot of money on a medium pop, and I try and go on a Tuesday when it's a little less expensive, but it gets up there, right? And I think in major cities where the markets are still closed, those tickets are up to $17, $18. So my friends who are seeing movies in Times Square, good on you. That's a lot of money. That's where I'm coming from when I say, I know the last video I kind of fluctuated from, I'm spending $10 a ticket, spending $8 a ticket, spending $21 a ticket. I have a skewed reference for it all. I don't know if that matters. YouTube seems to be really picky about that kind of stuff. Like I said, Tenet, August 12th. We got a month-long extension. We're going to figure out something. Everyone, even though everything's going up, the cases are going up, we're pretending like we'll have this figured out in a month. Okay. Mulan then comes out August 21st. This is the third time we've changed this date. Mulan was going to be the movie that came out the week everything shut down. That was going to be our big tentpole. They just they put so much money into it that they refused to drop it on streaming, which I respect. But also, are we all coming out for Mulan? We might be. You tell me. Then we got Bill and Ted, Face the Music, August 28th. Cool. I want to say right now that is almost assuredly going to be a streaming drop. But I hope I'm wrong. So then it's Labor Day. What's Labor Day going to look like? I don't know. I'm going to be 33 years old. That'll be cool. September 4th, we're looking at A Quiet Place Part 2. We're standing strong with that. We're going to follow that up with Candyman, which everyone in Chicago is going to want to see, on September 25th. That is one that people will want to pack the house for, so that's concerning. That one concerns me, Candyman. And there are little movies sprinkled, I think, throughout all these, but these are the tentpoles. These are the movies that I'm looking to make. Not really Bill and Ted, I'm sorry. I'm looking forward to Bill and Ted. I was on the bogus journey, and I took the excellent adventure, and now I'm ready to face the music. But the fact is, am I ready to go to the movie theater to face the music? No, but I think a $20 rental, and we all, me and hang out. Hey, Wonder Woman 1984, October 2nd. Black Widow, November 6th. And the Ryan Reynolds soon-to-be classic Free Guy, December 11th. And then as far as I know, things like West Side Story haven't moved. That's going to be the big Christmas drop. Steven Spielberg did West Side Story. We're thrilled with our boy Baby Driver, Ansel Engelbelder, Albus Felbers, Baby Driver, Fansel Bangle, Biddle Doddle. And then there are movies that straight up just moved a year. I'm looking at Fast and the Furious. I'm looking at Spiral. Fast and Furious, that was the first thing they did, was just push it to 2021, which is smart because they know that their bread and butter is that international. And if international theaters are closed, they are not a good thing. And then Spiral, I want to see Spiral. It's the Chris Rock written Saw movie, kind of this reboot. They pushed that an entire year. So it's hard to have these movies sitting, but right on Chris Rock, like, the movie's done. Or, I can't remember, did Bousman direct that? And then there's a couple other movies. So that's kind of what the landscape is looking like. Nothing seems to be getting better. So let's hope that things start getting better, and then we can actually look at this like it's not just playing some sort of roulette. But like, this is really feels like roulette. This is a bunch of people that have a lot of money invested in some very big products, and it's hard to keep pushing this back. With something like Mulan, it's not just a movie. It is international release, it is domestic release, yes, but it's also all promotional tie-in. Disney has promotional tie-ins. You see Star Wars ads with batteries and Taco Bell with, I don't know. So I don't know what, there's so much money tangled up. It's a big thing. It's huge. Everything plays with itself. Everything intermingles. They must have so much money tied up in that project that just dropping it on Disney Plus is a bad business call. But I don't know. If you like the video, please, song of the episode, John Grant's Queen of Denmark. Listen to it loudly. Sing along to it loudly. It's that's the real deal right there. Love John Grant. The book of the episode, Ray Carney's Cassavetes on Cassavetes. This is such a fun book. It's him interviewing the man himself through his entire career, digging through interviews with him, telling him the story. It's a fun book to be able to just open up any page and point. And if you watch any of those movies like Opening Night or, I don't know, Minnie Moskowitz, take your pick. Shadows. Here's a bunch of pages where he just talks explicitly about it. See, he's talking about Frank Capra right there. I just turned to that. How cool is that? Movie of the episode, My Man Godfrey. I just saw this for the first time. Wow. 1930s version with William Powell and Carole Lombard. I really don't know anything about him. I know that William Powell and Myrna Loy were the Thin Man. But I've never seen these movies. I'm not used to watching movies that old, so it is in the public domain. So it's on YouTube, it's on Amazon Prime, there's a black and white version, there's a color version, so kind of take your pick. Watch it, it's hilarious. Not a hot take. My Man Godfrey. All right, I think that's all I gotta say right now. We'll see how this goes. I'm sorry for coming on strong yesterday. I'm sure I'm sorry. Stay safe, and I'll keep you guys posted. Thanks for watching. Remember to check out my feature, Scrapers, a comedy for romantic stoners, on Amazon Prime, and my mini-series, Clean Sheets, right here on YouTube.
Will you two stop saying gummy so much?